are the pros and the cons to dating guys older than me?
Ain't nobody in here ever had.
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the dangers of dating an older man.
What are the pros and the cons to dating guys older than me?
Ain't nobody in here ever had a teacher or a professor that was the same age as him. If we kings, we kings. Let us teach.
So what do you teach her?
Amen.
What are some of the things you teach her?
Amen, King. Teach her.
That took a damn turn.
When you date somebody older, sometimes they can act like they your parent, and they can and then because I'm listening to how you took control of that whole conversation, and that was kind of questionable right there, because it told me something, just like it told the rest of y'all something. You hear me? Okay. The problem is that when it's somebody younger than you, you feel like you can fix them. You want them to move at your pace in life, but you have to be careful. I'm gonna say this to you because I'm not in y'all relationship. I'm gonna say this to you right here. Okay. You still have to learn life at your own pace, okay? It's beautiful that you have somebody that can hold you accountable because of their life experiences, but this is your life. You can't merge your identity to him because he has more life experiences than you, okay? So be careful with that. Now, I'm not saying that it's predatory what it is that you're doing. I'm just saying when you enter that dynamic, it's very easy to feel like I am a parent. I am fathering you. I'm trying to fix you. I'm trying to teach you. And although it may come from a good place, good intent, sometimes it's not always good for you.
These are some dangers of dating an older man. This is coming from someone that dated someone 20 years older than me, and I definitely paid a price for that. There are definitely some key things that I took away from this dynamic that I will never ever date an older man again. A lot of older men that are probably at least 20 years older than you, 30 years older than you, they go after young women specifically because young women don't have the same life experience as someone obviously in their age range, right? They know this and they love knowing how naive and how little life experience we have because it's easier for them to control you. They don't want to date a woman that is a little bit more mature and actually has had life experience because they don't want to have to combat or deal with a woman that actually knows her worth and like has her frontal lobe developed. Like they don't want that. They want someone compliant. They want someone that's actually just gonna do whatever that they say and they like knowing that they're convincing you to be on their side of things because you don't know enough yet to even have your own opinion. It's really about a power and control dynamic. And especially if a man has been through so many relationships, he's like this bachelor and he's going after young women. In my opinion, that's definitely a red flag, especially if this man has never been married before and he's like in his 40s or 50s. Definitely I would take that with a grain of salt. Also, a lot of these men do tend to give you false hope and lie to you. Like they can say that they really want a serious relationship with you, but they know they're using like your good years. They're aware of that. So they'll give you false hope, but no commitment ever really comes. They'll dip their toe in a little bit, but not fully. You gotta be very careful with these types of guys. Also, a lot of these older men are not very emotionally mature. Even though they're older, that does not mean they are more mature. If anything, they're actually way more immature. A lot of these older men are very much stuck in their ways. Like there's no room for growth. Like it's either their way or the highway. There's no room for them to see your perspective. They want everything to go their way. That is why they want to date younger so that they can manipulate them into doing things that they want you to do. And they don't want you to say anything about it. And if you do argue, they're going to manipulate you to see their side and you're going to just do what they want. If you are going to date older, I say nothing more than 10 years. Because at least you'll be in the same life goals, life expectancies, a little similar. It's going to be a better dynamic for you. So just be very careful out there. Remember to stay safe, and I love you.
Okay, you're probably not gonna like this, but dating older men is not the flex that you think it is. I needed to hear this. I was like 17 dating men that were 30. Okay, and here's the thing. When you're young, you think it's cool because you're the young one and you're like, yeah, I got myself like older guys like me. You think it's cool. Okay. And then when you grow up and then you become the age of these men, you realize how vile they are, how vile these men are for being interested in teenagers. They're disgusting. These men are predators and they are not in their right mind if they have any interest in being with you. And I know you think it's the cool thing because you're the younger one and you think it's cool that older guys are interested in you. It's not cool. They're just disgusting. It doesn't make you any cooler. It just makes them disgusting.
You can argue with me all you want, but I'm going to keep saying that girls around the ages of 16 to 18 have no business being romantically involved with a man over 25. At that age, you're still developing emotionally and psychologically. I'm not even 25 yet, but I'm still developing every day. I experience changes every day, let alone a teenage girl. I know some teenage girls are wiser than their age grade, but these older men still have the experience, even if you feel like you have the knowledge. I can bet that at that age, you're not certain of what you want from a relationship, even if you feel like you are. It is whatever these older men give to you that you see as love and as the standard. They've been 18 before, 19, 20, 25, 26. Why do they not go for girls their age? Even girls over 20 still fall victim for guys over 30. What makes you think you're an exception? I will never be able to comprehend why older men feel like girls at that age are the better catch.
That's a video, guys. So I'm just here also to share my true sense, like what I think about this video. Dating up an older man is danger. So dating an older man might seem like an appealing at first. He's more mature, financially stable, and seems to have his life together compared to young guys. Maybe you're tired of dealing with immature men your age, or you find yourself drawn to the confidence and experience that comes with an older partner. But beneath the surface, there are often dangers that many women overlook. The age gap is not just about different life experiences; it can lead to power imbalances and emotional manipulation and long-term consequences that are not always easy to see in the beginning. It's important to take a step back and ask yourself, is this relationship truly in your best interest? Or are you stepping into something that could ultimately limit your growth, your happiness, and your future? So, ladies, the power of imbalance and control issue, one of the biggest concerns in relationship with a significant age gap is the power dynamic. An older man has likely had more life experience, in which makes him seem wise and capable. But sometimes that wisdom is used to control, manipulate, or make you feel inferior. You may find yourself constantly deferring to his decisions, believing that he knows better because he has been through more over time. Can create a relationship where your voice does not matter as much, and your opinions are dismissed as naive or inexperienced. Instead of an equal partnership, you become someone who is expected to follow his lead, whether it's about major life choices, career decisions, or even small daily habits. Emotional manipulation and gaslighting. Other men who pursue young women often know exactly what they're doing. They understand the insecurities that young women might have and use them to their advantage. He might subtly make you feel lucky to be with him, implying that men your age wouldn't treat you as him. He might convince you that your friends, your ambitions, or even your independency are not as important as a relationship. Gaslighting can become a real issue. You start doubting your own judgment, believing that maybe he really does know what you best for you. Over time, you could find yourself losing confidence, becoming dependent on his validation, and struggling to recognize your own worth outside of the relationship. Different life stages and conflicting priorities. At first, it might not seem like a big deal that he's at a different stage in life. He has a career, possibly children from a previous relationship, or a routine that's already well established. Meanwhile, you're still figuring out your path, exploring opportunities, and discovering who you are. The problem is his priorities are often set in stone, while yours are still evolving. You might find yourself compromising on things that matter, where it your career, your goals, your desire, adventure, or even start a family on his own timeline. Over time, you might feel like you're being put into his world rather than building a future that aligns with your own dreams. Another thing is commitment in future concerns. A lot of other men who date young women do so because they don't want to expectations that comes with dating someone their own age. They might not be interested in marriage, long-term commitment, or building something serious. Some are simply looking for a youthful partner to boost their ego, provide excitement, or make them feel young again. The problem is, while they enjoy the relationship in the moment, they're not always thinking about your future. You might invest years into something that was never meant to last, only to realize later that you wasted time on someone who is never going to give you what you truly wanted. The risk of being taken advantage of financial stability is often a reason young women are drawn to older men. But this can be a double-edged sword. While he may provide for you, In some ways, there is often an unspoken expectations of dependency. He might subtly discourage you from being financially independent, making you feel like you don't need to work or pursue your own goals because you take care of everything. But what happens if the relationship ends? If you're giving up your independency, your career, your growth, or even education for the sake of the relationship, you could find yourself in a difficult position every time. Some other men use financial security as a tool to keep young partners reliant on them, making it harder to live even if you're unhappy. So, social judgment and isolation. Dating an older man can also come with social challenges. Friends and family might not approve, and society often looks at this relationship with a lot of doubts. While love should be about connection rather than age, the reality that counts, people talk with you might feel isolated from social circle because your life experience no longer align with theirs. Your friends might still be going out, meeting new people, and exploring life while you're caught up in a relationship that doesn't leave room for those things. If your partner discourages you from spending time with people your own age, you could find yourself in a situation where he becomes you only source of emotional support, which makes it even harder to walk away if things are going wrong. So I've put the videos like that so that you guys you learn. Hope you've learned. So see you in the next episode. Bye bye.